Hello, my YouTube people. Sit back here. Okay. I've not done a live from my garage in a very long time. But I decided to do one today because, well, I haven't done one for a while. So that's pretty much it. And I probably won't have a video out for another couple days. So I figured I might as well do a live today. And, yeah, so hello everybody who's here. Mark, I think you're the only one here right now. Tiny's here also. Right, Fatty? He's filthy as usual. Hi, Sean. I just decided to do a random live. Hello, Nick. Motobomb. And, yeah. I don't have a video to edit right now, so I decided I'll do a live for you all instead. And I'm just doing it off my phone, so picture quality is probably not as great. I feel like the lighting is definitely not as great. You can definitely see all of my wrinkles. Hello, Scott. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just hanging out. It's like finally, well, it's actually cooled off quite a bit here, and we're finally getting some rain for like the first time in forever. I don't remember the last time it rained here actually, but it's been a while. Actually, no, I do remember the last time it rained here because I got caught in it coming home on my bike. Hi, Joseph. Yeah, so it was funny though because I was coming home from last Monday actually, so like a week ago, coming home on the highway on my bike, and I ended up just like, there was just like 2 pockets of rain on the highway, but it was like downpour. Like I got pretty wet, and it didn't even last that long, but it was dark out, so it was really hard to see because my glasses were just getting like totally covered in water, and then I was soaked by the time I got home. But it was just like a couple little pockets of rain on the highway, so that was the last time it rained here. And now today we've got a little bit of rain, so it's good because we've got a fire ban on. I wanted to do a fireside live, but I think that we've got to currently have a fire ban, which I'm outside of city limits. I don't know. All right, yeah, I don't think I do have a screen for my fire pit, so, but I think that, like, I'm not worried about it because I'm not like some reckless punk having a fire, but I would be worried about my neighbors calling and complaining and then sending the fire department up here because that's always embarrassing when when you get the fire department called on you for your campfire. So yeah, we haven't had any good rain for a while. What time is it here? 6 p.m. So it's, yeah. I know a lot of my viewers are like I feel like a lot of my viewers are from the East Coast. I don't actually, YouTube only tells me what countries my viewers are from. It doesn't tell me what part of the countries they're from. Hi, John. I'm doing good, thanks. So I see that majority of my audience comes from the United States. Hello, Eric. But but I don't know what part of the United States my audience actually comes from. So, yeah. But I feel like I want to say a lot come from the East Coast for some reason. I know that but I can't actually say. I know a lot of you. I'm from Ireland. Ooh, 2 a.m. Man, you're up early. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, where are you all from? Anybody anyway who's on watching? I know there's 57 people watching right now. There's not 57 people in the chat. Wisconsin, Flagstaff, North Carolina. Well, I'm from Canada, BC. Most beautiful part of Canada. Maybe not the most best, but the most beautiful. New York City, Florida. So some East Coasters. Iowa. A lot of Central. East Coast, Virginia, Missouri, Daytona, New York, North Georgia. Want to hear a cowbell ring? Louisiana, Florida, Gulf Coast, Wisconsin, Idaho. Nitro and Brat. Hello, Nitro and Brat. From the country part of Kentucky. Oh. Is there a country part and a city part? I don't know. I don't know much about more cowbell. Hold on. I need to get myself a cowbell stick so I can ding the cowbell while I sit here. Tennessee. So maybe most of my audience isn't from out east. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe they're just the ones who make a point of letting me know where they are the most. Cowbell. Okay, I'm gonna ring the cowbell. Tell me if you can hear it from where you are. Now I gotta get up. Man, I was feeling lazy. Just kidding. I got my lazy people shoes though. I got my Crocs on. Meant to make people feel less lazy. Okay, we're gonna ding the cowbell. Ding it good. Can you see me? I'm dinging the cowbell with the ice cream scoop. And Tiny's wondering what the heck is going on. And that's the last time I'm getting up until I leave. Hopefully, I'll see you at, okay, so, you know what, I've actually not talked about this on my channel yet. I've talked about it on the Rainy Rider channel a little bit. So I do have a ticket for Florida for next month for Forgotten Angels. I've actually not bought my Forgotten Angels ticket yet, which I should do that soon. But I do have my plane tickets. So I will be going to Forgotten Angels for anybody who cares. So I'll see you all there. I'll see some of you there. I will be doing the live stream from there. Like I normally have the 2 times that I've gone. I always do a little live stream. So yes, I will be going to Forgotten Angels. So I know there are some people who I will be seeing there for sure. For sure, Sick Bastard knew already because he was on the Rainy Rider live when I was talking about it. But yeah, I haven't like announced it or anything like that. It's a Valrico, Florida. So it's just a little bit outside of Tampa. Or just near, maybe, is it in Tampa? Or is that like part of Tampa? I'm not sure. Yeah, but it's near Tampa anyways. Valrico. Wouldn't it be cool if maybe he'll win the bike draw? That would be cool. I would ride it back for you. But then I already have my return ticket home. So, yeah, the outskirts of Tampa. So Valrico is like the outskirts of Tampa then. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird going there because it's like, so where Forgotten Angels is, it's kind of, I guess you could say like kind of country-ish, I guess, but like the country part of Tampa, like you can correct me if I'm wrong, and for anybody who lives there. It's always showing a reverse image. Okay, my sister's just leaving, so Okay, I don't remember what I was saying now, but I'm gonna wait till my sister drives away so that her car's not disrupting everything. Hello, Jace. So while I'm waiting for my sister to drive away. Oh yeah, so I was saying yes. So okay, so like I get the feeling like the area where Forgotten Angels happens is kind of like the country like part of Tampa. But it's so funny though because it's like not country at all. It's like you like I feel like you would have to drive forever in Florida to actually get thanks Ad Bunky to actually like get to like out of the city to actually get like away from people. Like where I live, if you were to look on a map, well, just in BC, it's like pretty much anywhere in BC, unless you live on the coast, you can get out of town within an hour. You can be like in the wilderness. And where I live, like I've got hills behind me, but if you look on a map, it's like absolute wilderness. Just like right up the hill, like basically my backyard's like basically just wilderness. So it's so weird like going somewhere like Florida because there's like nothing. It's not like that. It's just like people, cities, city buildings like everywhere, and there might be like little farms and stuff like that, but it's like not country, not the kind of country I'm used to. Like I'm used to the kind of country where you can get away with a lot of stuff because it's like you're not around people. Yeah. Your job keeps you busy? Well, nice to see you back. Hi, Chip. And hi, Gary. So yeah, I will be. Hello, Chuck. Up, Chuck. Yeah. So yeah, I will be in Florida anyways next month. Took me a while to like actually decide to do it this time around. But oh, thanks, Rocket Man. Woot. Yeah, it took me a while to actually decide this time around that I was gonna go. My sister Lacey's birthday is that weekend, so I don't know. I guess maybe that. I'm not sure. It's been a weird summer for me, but yeah, it's I'm actually like excited now that I have the tickets. I'm actually excited. And I'm really excited to eat some like southern barbecue, mac and cheese and pulled pork and cornbread and stuff. Like I just love that stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited to see everybody. I'm excited to be like in Florida where it's warm because at that time of year it's going to be cold here. So it always sucks like coming back to the cold. But yeah, hello Jim. I have my ticket already, Ad Bunky. I've got my tickets to fly there. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's their 10th. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure most of you know this already, but it's their 10th anniversary, so it's gonna be like apparently crazy, pretty big. And they're gonna have the guy Paul, I don't remember what his name, Tuttle, I think is how you say it. And then there's gonna have like some other special guests. There's actually gonna be people there that I've been wanting to meet from the UK. Bobhead, they do like motorcycle apparel and stuff like that. So it'd be kind of cool to meet just like different people for sure. And I wish I could bring my shovel head there, but I'm not at that point. Maybe one of these days when I'm making like a lot of money and I can get my shovel head down there. And no, my shovel head will not do a road trip like that because my shovel head's not set up for road trips. My shovel head there's no way to carry luggage. Like I would be stopping every like 80 kilometers for fuel. It would take me like a month to get there on my shovel head. Yeah, so yeah, Bobhead, I don't know if any of you know who they are, but I wanted to tell them that they should design a stylish but practical backpack for riding because it's so hard to find like good waterproof, not massive backpacks that are for like riding, that are like good for riding motorcycles. If you look up like motorcycle backpacks, they're always like for sport bike riders, and they're just like, they're the ugliest thing. Like they're all like these hard shell backpacks. Like I don't know why you'd want a hard shell backpack. I don't know. I guess maybe if you crash, because then the stuff in your backpack won't get wrecked. But then it's like, if you're crashing, I feel like you have like bigger issues than what's in your backpack. Like, yeah, really? Like, yeah. Yeah, my shovel head is not a road trip. It was not built for road trips. If I could carry luggage, I did already, Dad. If I could carry luggage and like enough fuel and stuff on my bike, then I would take it. Then I would like definitely do more road trip stuff with it, but it's just not set up for that kind of stuff. The seat doesn't actually bother me. Like my seat on my shovel head doesn't actually, it's like, it doesn't look very comfortable because it's not super cushy, but it's not any worse. I actually can ride longer on my shovel head seat before I get sore than I can on a stock Sportster seat, like the Sportster irons. Jack Spellington backpack is good enough. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I want to do like some, I want to actually, so Florida, I go for Forgotten Angels, but, hello Keith, I would like to do, like, I'd like to visit like some of the southern states and stuff where it's like, I don't know. I met a few people who are from the southern states when I was in Florida, and they're just like, they've got like this different mentality, which I really like. But I do get that that's like kind of like the Bible Belt part of the U.S. and stuff. And there's actually like this thing that Weems goes to. Hello Buck and XAN. Yeah, so there's this bike thing that Weems goes to that's like a big biker revival thing. So it's like this like Christian motorcycle rally revival type thing, and I want to go to that. So I think that's in Tennessee actually. Yeah, something like that would be really cool to go to. And yeah, so I definitely would like to do some of that stuff, but I might have to wait. Well, I'd like to do that with another person. Like, I don't want to do that on my own, and I don't want to do that with someone who I don't know, like someone who I don't know well. I don't want to just do that with some random friend or something like that, or some person who I don't know. Like, that's the kind of trip I would only do with a person that I've known for a while. Yeah, Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, that's the one. Yeah, that would be really cool to go to. It looks so fun. It looks like totally my kind of thing. You removed, oh, Springer. Oh, Springer. I guess one of your comments was removed by accident. I don't know what your comment was because I didn't see it. My phone's getting hot. Thank you for the super chats, all of my people. Let's see. From Adbunky and Rocket Man. You guys and your stickers. And oh, Adbunky again. Thank you, Adbunky and Rocket Man. That leaves us out, boys. Yeah, that leaves you out. That's right. But also, I had a question. I was wondering how many of you who are in the chat who will for sure be at Forgotten Angels. I'm just curious. Just want to know who I need to try to avoid. Just kidding. But seriously, though, I know most of you don't live around there. And I know most of you are fellow broke bikers. So I am going thanks to my dad. He's helping me to pay for the trip. So, and yeah, I am broke right now because of my huge YouTube break that I took, basically like right after I moved. And yeah, so it's kind of what happens. But I do normally go get a job for the winter because there's not as much happening for bike stuff in the winter time. It's hard to get content in the winter, but I do have a couple things planned. And I do, yeah, but it's mostly shop stuff. I want to try to introduce a few different ideas on my channel too, so that it's not just bike rally stuff and like wrenching stuff. Like, I want to try to get different things going for content, which I'm not going to talk too much about because that's all like top secret stuff, you know, guys? So the rally is October 20, I think it starts October 22nd, Sig Bastard might know better. October 22nd, 23rd, 24th, or maybe it's 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. I think is what it is, but it's that weekend anyways. It starts on the Thursday. Twisted Texas 2. Oh. Not going, but you contribute. Well, that's good. In spirit. Hello, Blair from Fruit Bear. How's Charlie? Charlie's working. He's up north working right now. Have I thought of Ride Factory over winter? Have I thought of Ride Factory over winter? I don't know what you mean. Appears you're in the wrong country. Bikes and wrenching are cool, yeah. It's hard to just get enough content out about just wrenching. Like, I will show you how to lace a wheel after my dad shows me how to lace a wheel. Oh man, I'm just trying to read comments right now, guys. October 1st. Dad's doing good. Yeah, Dad doesn't like to be on my videos. The videos that he is in is a reluctant participant. Because my dad doesn't have a YouTube channel. I do. Hello, Jack. Working at Ride Factory. Well, I don't know how I'd work at Ride Factory in the winter when they're all the way in Florida. No, I've not thought of working. I want to work like near where I live. Yeah, make sure you, yeah, so I had to take that one, well, who's talking about, someone must have been on my Instagram or my Patreon, actually, whoever made that comment, because I forgot that I haven't actually put a video out about that wheel yet. Okay, bye, Merle Dooms, thanks for popping in. Shoot. Yeah, I'm working on this little mini bike because the wheel is like so super crooked on it. And then I realized like I took the wheel off to try to straighten it, and I've never done wheels at all before, so I was doing it totally wrong and I made it worse. And then anyway, the whole wheel had to come apart anyways because the bearings in the bearings were like not spinning. So the whole wheel had to come apart and the bearings weren't spinning just because of the way that they were in the hub, and the way that the hub is just like a cheap Chinese machine, like the machining on it was just crap. And yeah, so anyways, I'm making a little bit of a video of just me straightening the wheel and just messing around with whatever else needs to be done on the little thing. But I thought it would be kind of cool to take that thing camping just up in the hills behind my house. I thought that might be a funny video, but we'll have to see because the weather is supposed to be getting cold like quickly here. It always goes that way here where um it always works that way where they where like the weather just like immediately goes from like summer to fall, and then it's like by the time it's Halloween it's like it's already getting to the point of being freezing, like freezing weather, like frost in the mornings and stuff. So now people are asking me questions about work. I did work at Harley. I worked at Harley as a lot tech when I worked there, and I wouldn't go back to working in a Harley dealership just because I make a lot more money waitressing. Like a Harley dealership, like any place like that, because I'm not like a tech. They're not gonna pay. Even the techs don't get paid that much, honestly. I probably make more an hour waitressing when you think of my tips and my wage than the techs at Harley do. Like I for sure do, because I can make, even on a bad night waitressing, you're still going home by the time you like figure out your wage and your tips, and you divide that by your hours that you've worked, you're usually going home with $30 an hour. So good nights, you can make like an average night at White Spot, which isn't even a place that pays well. White Spot here is just like a family restaurant. It's basically like, it's almost like a Denny's, but more family oriented, and their hours aren't as late. But they're, yeah, even working at White Spot, a normal night was like almost $40 an hour when I worked out with my tips. And I've worked in bars before. Like I worked in this really nice Italian restaurant, and they turned into like a tapas bar, and there I was making like $300 a night in tips. So that's like $50-$60 an hour. When you figured out my hours, there was like a cocktail, but yeah, you can make a lot of money on tips. Like it's, I don't know why, like I spent so long doing like manual labor, and my sisters were all waitressing, and they'd always be like, Angel, you should get a job waitressing, you'll make way more money and you won't be killing yourself. But I always liked working and like doing a job that like kept me in shape. But man, I can't go back to that kind of work like for $20 an hour and know that like I could be making $40 an hour somewhere on tips. And I'd rather not be working like all the time for someone else if I have a YouTube channel. Like if I didn't have a YouTube channel, it would be different. I wouldn't mind being out like working, busting my butt 10 hours a day for someone else. But if I like with a YouTube channel and my bike project and stuff like that, like I'd rather like spend less time working for someone else and more time in my garage doing stuff or trying to make videos. No, I've never done any modeling. I never have done any modeling. I've had people ask me before. You're welcome, Tommy. Yeah, no, I've never done any modeling. I've had a couple strangers like ask me, like different photographers and stuff, and there was this one woman actually, but I was like 18 at the time, and she just came up to me like in a grocery store and gave me her card. So, and I probably would have took her up on the offer like now at this point in my life, but back then I just was kind of a little bit weirded out by it. And I would have felt like, but yeah, if there was, I don't know if I'd do modeling. I feel like I'm always too awkward when it comes to like having pictures taken. I don't have any 3-wheelers, no. I don't think my dad doesn't really want to be on video like that. I've had a lot of people ask about that. Yeah, Sunday live, yeah. So Sundays I feel like are a good day for lives if I'm not doing stuff with my family. Hello, Mike. Sundays is also kind of like a family day because I go to church in the morning. So I try to like find I try to like do more family type stuff Sundays. And but this time I was just hanging out at home and it was raining, so I couldn't go out on my bike. Well, I didn't want to go out on my bike. And I rode my bike this morning. So yeah, my Dyna. I've been riding my Dyna around quite a bit. Dad's in the chat. Dad's in the chat. He just doesn't talk much, say much in it. But he'll be watching. Hello, Bruce. Oh, I feel like I'm missing people's comments here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My dad's not into being on the videos. It is... How long have I been on now? Yeah, it's 6:30. Yeah, as soon as I did want to do a fireside chat tonight, actually, but but we got a campfire ban on right now, so we're not actually allowed to have any fires, any open fire. I mean, like, I don't even know what the rules really are, but there is a campfire ban, so I think that means I can't have any fire at all. So, because everything has been really dry here, and it's not smoky now, but last week it was super smoky. We had like a massive fire up on our Coquihalla Highway, and yeah, it's just crazy. You can look up videos of it. The Canada or BC's Coquihalla. I don't know how to spell it, so, but yeah, I think it's called Hell. I think a lot of people call it Hell's Highway, but yeah, everyone in my family goes, hello, Dave's channel, by the way. Everyone in my family, basically everybody in my family goes to church. So I'm still trying to find a church that I like, I guess, in Kamloops. I really liked the one I was going to in Kelowna, and I feel like that kind of church is hard to actually even just compare to. But if you guys don't go to church, but you like listening to church stuff, Praxis Church in Kelowna, like, they're just really... I've never actually gone to a church where I actually enjoyed the sermon so much, because the way that he talks, it's not like you're listening to some pastor guy. It's like you're listening to a guy who actually is trying to learn something, and through his learning, he's like teaching, just like ends up teaching you. Just, yeah, it's actually pretty cool stuff. A lot of times it ends up being like a history lesson more than anything. Yeah, William, that is definitely like the feeling that I've got when I've had people, when I've had like men ask me about modeling for their photography or whatever. I had one friend who asked me, and I knew he was for sure not hitting on me. And then, but I've had other guys, and I'm just like, hey, like, no, dude. But that one woman who I kind of wished I would have like went and done that, but that was like so long ago now that, yeah. But yeah, I don't think modeling is in my, unless there was like some opportunity that came up and I could, no, I don't actually, still don't think it's in my thing. I'm just not, I don't like that kind of attention. It's like, even the attention that I get on Instagram, it's like, I don't actually like it. Like, I don't enjoy that kind of attention from strangers everywhere. Yeah, but I know some people do. Like, some girls are like, they're really into that, and they're probably the girls that are really good at modeling and stuff like that. But it's not my thing. I like being I just like being ignored for the most part, which is so weird that I have a YouTube channel. But I guess my YouTube channel, like, I never started my YouTube channel because I wanted to get attention or because I wanted to be like noticed or anything like that. Like, with a YouTube channel, you just kind of have to put yourself out there for the public to see if you want your YouTube channel to actually be something, right? Like I don't think my YouTube channel would have gone very far if every video was like me like chopped off or whatever, and like I don't know, I would have to be talking about some really interesting subjects for that kind of a channel to go anywhere, but I don't actually care for that kind of attention. Oh, really, John? Well, that's good. Good, yeah. Well, that's why I want people to watch my channel at Bunky. I want people to watch my channel for, like, and I understand people are gonna watch my channel because of me also. Like, obviously, there's certain, like, we're all like that. Like, there's certain, I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but there are certain channels that I do like watching, who there's like multiple channels producing the same kind of content, but we choose, like, we all gravitate naturally towards towards different people for different reasons, for either whether they're just like their personality or their looks or whatever, right? Like, and we're all like that. But yeah, I don't like making myself the center of attention. It sounds so weird, and it almost sounds like just like ironic, even just coming from someone who's on YouTube, because I don't know, maybe you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying. Yeah, dad's stories, I don't have any. Like, dad doesn't, I mean, maybe I could get my dad to tell stories and I could just like have the camera not pointing at him or something, but I don't know, maybe we could figure something out like that. I thought that might be a good thing to put on my to have certain little yeah, I've had a couple ideas in my head, which I'm not gonna share with the public or anything like that, but you could model in a pissed off American magazine. Maybe you should start a magazine like that. You'd probably actually get really popular at like this, man, in this what do you want to call it, this climate, that, yeah, lots of craziness going on in the world right now. I feel like there's a lot of pissed off Americans and Canadians. How my dad got interested in motorcycles. I think my dad's interest in motorcycles started when he was a little kid. And I think that the fabricating his own parts and stuff like that came mostly from a place of being too broke to buy parts and stuff. So you're kind of just left with, like, you're either not going to fix your motorcycle or you're going to figure out how to fix it yourself because you can't afford to have someone else fix it. Don't get so popular that I regret it. I feel like, yeah, I don't really know. I actually, to be honest, like, yes, Jay, I am with you there. And I think God did bless Charlie and his family. Oh man, comments are going fast. Detective? Yeah, right? Did I learn most of what you know from I did, yeah, like, pretty much. Like, the only things I didn't learn, like, when it comes to bike stuff, like, I wouldn't be into bike stuff if it weren't for my dad. I don't think. And, yeah, a lot of the, like, the fabricating and stuff like that, I learned all that from my dad. Certain things, like, my dad did that stuff for a job for a long time, like, from the time he was my age. And then, but it's been a long time that since he's actually done that for a job or whatever, not just as kind of more like a hobby. So and then there's certain things my dad didn't really get into. Like my dad was always more a fabricator. He was always like on the fabricating side of stuff, like so mechanic type stuff. He didn't really get into like rebuilding people's engines or anything like that. So there's things that he's done, like, you know, he'll take an engine apart and like reseal it and stuff and like rebuild transmissions and stuff like that. But there's a lot of the more involved mechanical type stuff that my dad just never really got into, that just because he didn't want to be a mechanic. Like he was into the fabricating side of stuff because it's like creative and you can be like artistic and stuff with it. But when it comes to mechanic type stuff, like I've always worked on my own vehicles and stuff like that. But a lot of that stuff like my dad would help me with certain things, but a lot of it I also had to like learn from reading the manual and stuff like that. So yeah, but a lot of the stuff that like my dad has helped me with most of that stuff. Who knows what the provinces are gonna do? Yeah, I can't say. I know they've been talking about that for a long time. A machine lathe. Oh, cool. Yeah, I luckily don't have rodents here, but I've got 2 cats. So that I think that helps a lot. Yeah, I just never could afford mechanics. That's why I started working. And then I was like, man, why would I pay someone all that money, even if I could afford it, to work on my stuff? And then I have to just double check everything they've done anyways, or just hope, uh, yeah, just hope that they haven't screwed something up. Charlie made remember how much I love and need Jesus in my life. You know what, Sean? I feel like there's a lot of people that are having that same exact feeling, which is just amazing that he could have such an impact, that the impact is just, it's amazing. Yeah, he was. No control over how big the channel gets. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, and to some degree, there can be control over it. I think there can be. I guess it depends on what you do. Like, I think my thing is, like, if I would have started all this stuff when I was in my 20s, then I'd have a different feeling about it all. But, because I would feel like I had time to, like, to just kind of do the YouTube thing or whatever. But now, like, being, like, 33, I feel like I'm like at a point in my life where I need to choose like what the rest of my life is going to be like, and I don't really want the rest of my life to just be YouTube. Like I'd like to like have more of a life, and if I ended up like married or something like that and YouTube wasn't part of like what that person wanted to be doing, then my YouTube channel wouldn't happen anymore. Like it wouldn't be a thing. So it's like I think that at this age it's kind of like there's not a whole lot of years left of like being just like young anymore. I don't know, that might sound weird because I'm like, I know a lot of you, but like you're a baby still. But like seriously, like every year that goes past is like I feel like it goes past quicker than the last one did. So I do think it would be cool to like travel and stuff like that, but I think it would be more cool if I could do that with a person. Patrick, you want to know what Harley, are you looking to get a Harley, Patrick? I want to ask you that first, or is this just like a kind of generic question? So if you want to get kind of Harley to get for a non-mechanic, if you don't want to work on your own bike, if you don't plan on ever working on your own bike and you want to pay someone else to do the work on your bike, I think that they didn't make them for very long. But so, okay, I know that the Harley Street Rockets, that they didn't make them for very long. Those are good little, like, they're not huge bikes. They're a good starter bike. It also depends on your confidence level. It depends on, like, your experience on a motorcycle. Like, do you have any experience on a motorcycle? Is something that it depends on your size. All of that stuff. The name of the church in Kona is Praxis. Praxis. Dad, you could probably share a link in the comment for anyone who wants to find it to their YouTube channel. So, okay, so if you want to get, depending on your size, your experience on a motorcycle, if you for sure want to get a Harley, okay, so the Street Rockets, they're newer. I feel like they wouldn't be as easy to work on yourself. Like, if you want to work on your own bike, I feel like they wouldn't be as easy to figure out to work on just because they are newer. They're fuel injected. I would say if you can get yourself an Evo Sportster, would be a good first Harley, like something small, like an 883. Because an 883 is going to be a lightweight enough, and it'll be lightweight enough that, like, you can get used to it, but it won't be so small that you're feeling like you need to upgrade right away. It all depends on, like, your size too, and just, like, your confidence level too, right? But I say an Evo because Evo is like, Evo is going to be fairly maintenance free when considering, like, the other Harley. If you're looking for ease of maintenance and, like, low maintenance, I'd say that the Evo will be the easiest to figure out to fix stuff on your own, and will be the most reliable. Like, an Evo can go for a long time without needing, if you take care of it properly, if you do your proper oil changes, you make sure you let it warm up before riding it and stuff like that. Hello, riding on Ruby. Then like an Evo Sportster is going to be a really good first bike for you because they're super simple. They're still super simple mechanics, but they're one of the most reliable. They're probably the most reliable engine that Harley produced. I would say that they are. And, like, a shovel head is super easy and simple mechanics also, but it's like a tinker toy, I call it. Like, you have to, like, want to work on your motorcycle if you're gonna have an older Harley. Like, if you're gonna have something older than an Evo, you're gonna need to be willing to want to be working on your Harley, because it's not because shovel heads are unreliable. They're as reliable as you want, as you, like, make them, but it's gonna require a lot more skill to be reliable. I mean, a 6-foot man might be kind of cramped on a Sportster, but you can also change stuff to make it fit you, like put forward controls on, put a little higher bars on, stuff like that. If you want something bigger than a Sportster, like any Harley, anything with an Evo engine in it's going to be pretty simple to work on. The Dynas are, like, mine's a 1340, so 1340 cc's or whatever, which is like an 80 cubic inch. So it's more powerful. You definitely would never need to upgrade, I don't think, unless you're, like, you get into maniac stage and you want to, like, you want to do, like, faster than highway speeds. But yeah, I think that an Evo Sportster, for affordability, ease of maintenance, and just, like, ease of being able to, like, rideability, I think that that's a good a good starter bike. And a lot of guys ride Sportsters. A lot of guys, like, they wouldn't give their Sportsters up for anything. So yeah, I don't know if that helps you at all, but, like, Sportsters are the easiest to find for a good price too. Yeah, you just want to make sure, like, if you know someone else who knows anything about Harleys, try to do your shopping with someone else who knows, and take somebody else with you. because there's certain things like, or just do your research if you don't have someone to take with you. Just do a bit of research. So, but I'm sure that there's enough people in the chat here that will say like that they love their Sportsters, right? And riding on Ruby, he's a good example of someone in the chat, like those street rockets, like riding on Ruby, like you're over 6 feet tall. He rides a street rocket, which I think is considerably smaller in size than a Sportster is, and he loves it. So it really just depends on like your own personal opinion, right? Like you can sit on any bike before you buy it, and there's things you can change. You can change the bars, you can change a lot of stuff to make it fit you better. Yeah, so big twin versus sporty. Yeah, like if you want to go with a big twin, I would just say Evo. Just stick with the Harley, with an Evo. If you're gonna get a Harley for a first bike, if you plan on working on it yourself, they're gonna be your best bet. What do I think of sidecar rigs? I think they're cool when they're like, I always thought that they were cool. I've never ridden in a sidecar before, but I would love to actually go for a ride in someone's sidecar one of these times. I think one of these next rallies I go to, I'm just gonna have to like ask one of the old men with their sidecars if they'll take me for a little burn in their sidecar, because I've never been in one before. But I think they're cool. Like when they look good, like, yeah. Yeah, whatever Bulldog's saying too about the Sportsters, just do your research before you buy anything, because there's certain years of the Sportster where they changed, but they kept the Evo in the Sportster, I think, until 2007. So that's the longest running Evo engine. But yeah, like what Bulldog's saying is they changed the bearing in 2003. So yeah, buy before 2003. I think that I think it's a pretty safe to say that the 90s era sports or Evos were probably some of the better ones. But I don't know the Evo sports, or I don't know the Sportster Evos as much. Slow rolling. Honda 750. Best biker movie is Stone Cold. I don't think I've ever seen it. Big Twin versus Sporty. Is Chip asking about Big Twin versus Sporty? I've actually not ridden. I've only ever ridden Sportsters to transport them for other people. So I've never actually ridden one like it was my own. Ad Bunky's a Harley guy, and he says Sportsters is his bike. Hello, John Roberts. Yeah, some of these guys in here with iron heads used to have their iron heads. The Buell would be a good one too, but I don't know if I would say that would be a good first bike. And if you like a sport bike, like if you like sport bikes, Buells are Harleys. They actually sound pretty good, I heard. Like first, they don't sound like sport bikes. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you ride when you're out riding exactly, but if you want a Harley, then get a Harley. The Buell Blast was only 500 cc's. Shovels and iron heads. The shovels and the baby shovels. I've never ridden a Norton. Or did I? I might have ridden a new... Did I ride a Norton? No, I rode a new Triumph. An 85 Sportster. Better than the Ironheads. Yeah, so Evo Sportsters came out in... Oh, when was the last year of the Ironhead? Wasn't it 79? I think it was 79 or something around there. Yeah, I would do a sidecar before a trike too. I would definitely If I ever came to the point in my life where I couldn't ride on two wheels anymore, I would go for a sidecar before I went for a trike. But if I was gonna do a sidecar, guys, I think I would want to get one of those Russian ones that's like made for freaking mud bogging and stuff and like riding through the forest in. I feel like that would be fun. Like that would be the camping machine. Okay, bye David Bailey. Thanks for coming in. The older Evo motors. Yeah, so yeah, I do hear a lot. I've not had to open my Evo up yet or anything like that, but universally, I feel like most guys who are familiar with Harleys will say the Evo, majority of them will say the Evo is the best. The pushrod tube angle? Oh yeah, so pushrod, well, because Sportsters have 4 cams, so their pushrod tubes are not needing to really be angled. A Bridgestone? No, I've never seen a Bridgestone. HT's 500 and they're 750. That's the street rocket that I was talking about. And that's what Paul, or Riding on Ruby, if you go to Riding on Ruby's channel, he's got one of those street rockets. I think his is the 750. And he loves it. Yeah, the Ural. The Ural is what I was talking about. Yeah, I don't have a dog, so I would just carry a lot of snacks that I would not have to share with a dog. Okay. Yeah, so the Evo's more reliable because they have aluminum cylinders and heads. Cool. Yeah, I think yeah, snacks are definitely always priority, guys. Okay, you wanna know what my top snack has been lately? Oh, it's like the easiest snack to do. Easy and healthy. Like you don't feel gross after it. You might feel a little dehydrated because it's got super salty, but so easy. Shop snack is just cheddar cheese, and if you're too lazy to cut your cheese up and you just want to have already cut up cheese, you can buy the little cheese blocks or whatever. But tiny, I would totally put in a sidecar. Yes, but okay, so little cheese pieces, baby tomatoes, and cucumber, and then baby cucumbers because then you don't have to cut them up, you just eat them, and pepperoni sticks, and all of that. Just take that out to the garage. It's like the most, just keep it in your garage fridge, actually. Like that seriously is like my top snack. Lately though, it hasn't been pepperoni, it's been garlic sausage, but that's just because I only like turkey pepperoni. Like I don't like pork pepperoni. I don't like it, but or beef pepperoni. Like I just like turkey pepperoni, but garlic sausage is a little more affordable. And I don't know why garlic sausage is better than pork pepperoni, but it is. Hi, Matt. The most terrifying yet memorable 45-mile-per-hour of your life. Yeah, I think, like, I would love to get, like, a Ural, or just, like, there's this channel that, of this guy in Russia who, I don't remember what the name of his channel is, but he's got videos on there where they'll go out for a weekend camping, him and his buddies, and they all ride Urals, And they'll just be like tearing through the forest on all in their sidecars, just riding over logs and like through swamps and stuff. It's just like the best. It looks like so much fun. Hey, Freebird. Wonder what Jesse's favorite foods are? Probably cheeseburgers. Jesse Ventura, you mean? Pepperoni sticks, though. It's got to be the turkey. I like the turkey pepperoni because it's not greasy. And not the dried pepperoni, like the stuff that you get from the, like it's in the refrigerated section. Yeah, with the baby tomatoes and the cheese and the cucumber. Like, seriously, guys, man, I'm making me hungry. Slim Jims, yeah. I don't know. I never really liked the beef pepperoni. I feel like it's greasy. The turkey pepperoni is not greasy at all. Hello, positively negative. Okay, Tiny needs a sidecar. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe to get Tiny and Tiny. It would not be for me. It would be for Tiny. A sidecar Ural. Tiny needs to enjoy his last few cat years. Who asked about the first Harley ever made, or to get their first Harley? That was I think Paul was his name. Oh, riding on Ruby's Street Rocket is a 500. The chat is going like so fast, guys. I'm having a hard time keeping up. I'm trying to read it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going all the way down to the bottom. Get a sidecar, get a Ural. Maybe I can get a whole bike off of Temu. Yeah, the Ural was, I did know that it was made for the military. That's why it's perfect for a forest riding motorcycle. Bye, Dave's channel. Well, maybe it was David. Oh, no, I think it was someone named, I don't remember who was asking about the first Harley now. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Hello, Van. Yes, Tiny needs a sidecar. I've taken Tiny camping once. He actually really liked it. Yeah, Tiny loves just going out and doing stuff and pretending he's a person. He did not do a very good job of keeping the mouse out of the truck, though. Because he's fat, I guess, and I feed him too much, so. The Chinese Sportsters? No, my dad was actually talking about that. And, yeah, so Harley sold their Sportster to design to an Italian company now, I think, who's got Chinese company building them. Which, yeah, I was like, I heard that and it kind of made me laugh because it's just like now all these Harley haters are going to be buying their Chinese Sportsters because they're not Harley. Yeah, but it's starting to get dark out, guys. And I've been on for an hour, just over an hour. And now I want snacks because we're all talking about snacks. A Chinese company owns the Italian company. Is that how it is? Yeah, the cats are pretty funny. Oh, okay, yeah, my dad said them backwards. Okay, someone else just corrected me too. So the Chinese company owns the Italian company. Or wait, yes. Oh, they're being made in Italy, owned by China. That's a better, I feel like that's better. Like, an Italian-made Sportster, I think is better than a China-made Sportster. I think that's actually probably better than a Harley Sportster, maybe. Like, I don't know, Italy has always been known for their good vehicle making abilities. The end is near for HD. Well, I'm glad that I already own mine and that I never cared about owning a new one. They sold the tooling. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, like, I know a lot of people, like, this Harley thing or whatever is, like, a big thing. I don't. Harley being, like, it would be weird for Harley to just not exist anymore, which I don't really think that that would ever actually happen. Just because they've been around for so long, it would definitely be weird for them to not exist anymore, but I never have ever cared about owning a new Harley. I don't care if I know I don't actually want a new Harley. So to me, if I could never get a new Harley, it would change nothing about my life. Yeah, I'm not interested. Working in Harley and just seeing like the techs struggle to try to fix these bikes because they're so computerized. Like there was the one tech, he'd been there for like over 30 years and he's like, he's like, the technology of these motorcycles is going like beyond my ability, because he was like, it had gone beyond what he had learned and what he was used to working on motorcycles for the over like 30 years. It's like, it's all computerized now. It's all like plug it in to their whatever, their tech's laptop things that they have. And it's like, I don't want a bike like that. I don't want a bike that I have to plug into a computer just to find out why it's not starting. And then it's something stupid. Like, so, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. It's just like, it's always the most ridiculous little things. Like, even my sister's Sportster, it's 2007, I think Lacey's Sportster is. And even her, like, petcock, I don't know when they started doing this, but the petcock is like got some kind of vacuum thing on it, so you don't have to actually turn the petcock off. Like, it's for in case you forget to turn it off, like just dummy proof stuff. But it's like some vacuum thing so that it'll only suck fuel when the bike's running. But then it's also just like a problem because then you need to like I remember trying to get her bike started the one time when she was taking it out for the first time for the season, last season that she rode it. Then we couldn't get her bike started because of this vacuum dealie that they have going with the petcock, where wouldn't open because the bike wasn't running. But it's like, okay, well, there's no gas like flowing, so like we need to be able to have the gas flowing to get the bike running. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm not into like a bunch of new freaking computerized robot motorcycles. Like, I like being able to fix my own stuff. Harley died in 85. Yeah. 85. Isn't that the last? I think that, well, 84 was the first year of the Evo. I think 86 was the last year of the Kickstart. Pretty sure. I think that the Evos had Kickstarts on them. I think there was a couple models that had them up till 86. Just had to block a Harley ad. Yeah, 'cause we're all talking about Harley now. No, they all think we're all praising Harley. Oh, these guys are all gonna go buy new Harleys. The Indian Rogue? It was fun. I'm not a new bike person. There we go. Anyways, guys. I think Ad Bunky has been in a Viewers Rides before. Yeah, I know. I think we all kind of like the older Harleys a bit just because they're so much easier to maintain. I don't know, and like these brand new Street Glides, guys, like I was a little bit just, I don't know, they're like the Teslas of the motorcycles now. Like, if they're huge screens, I don't get it. It's like, I thought you were trying to like have less distracted people on the road, and now you've got like a TV screen on the front of your motorcycle. It's like, why? Just like enjoy the wind. I don't know. 64 was the last year of Kickstart. I know that, I think 60, well, I don't think 64 was the last year of Kickstart. I think 67 was the first year of Electric Start. And I know that there was a couple, because the FXWGs had Kickstart. Let's talk about snacks. Yeah, 67 was the first year of the Electric Start, as far as I know. And if I'm remembering correctly, and I know for sure the FXWGs had Kickstart on them. I know for sure there was a couple models of Evos that had Kickstart up till like 86. No, it didn't go past then, but I'm sure that it went at least to 85. The Electric Guide in 65 was the first year of the Electric Start. So I knew it was this. Okay, 65, first year of the Electric Start. So, but I know for sure there was still bikes with kickstarts in the 80s. My phone is being live streaming right now, so I can't actually look it up. They had kickstarts, yeah, till they ditched the 4-speed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they definitely had kickstarts for a long time after they came out with Electric Start. But yeah. Anyway, guys, what black raspberry preserves? Wait. Oh my gosh. That should be my toaster. That should be my snack right now, but I don't have any bread or blackberry preserves left. It goes so quickly. I do have the apple butter still, which I was eating with some Gouda cheese, but I don't have any bread right now. But you know what I really like? Is like potato bread. I think, Matt, you were talking about that one time, but potato, like the dense potato bread. I've not had that in forever, and I don't even know where to get it from here anymore. 79's the last kick on a sporty. Oh, really? Yeah, 1980 was both electric and there's for sure, if I could Google it right now, but my phone's being used for live stream. Yeah, like my dad said, they had kickstart till they ditched the 4-speed. I'm gonna have a hot dog. I had a hot dog earlier. Okay, James, howdy back. Okay, now I'm hungry. I had a glass of wine before I started doing this live stream. And then I was like, should I have another glass of wine? And then I decided not to, because I decided that I have not drank enough water today. And now I want snacks. Yeah, potato bread. Yeah, I like, also like sourdough bread though. Like good proper sourdough bread, and what else? Rye bread. I like that dense, like proper German rye bread where you can like slice it thin because it's like so dense and delicious. Like, welcome Bob to the channel. I don't know where Bob is. Oh, hi John. Hello everybody. Yeah, I probably have some new subscribers who've never seen me on a live before. Good day, Bob. And hello to anybody else who's popped in who I haven't seen yet or said hello to yet. My sister was just trying to call me. Called you dense? What did I say? I don't think. Oh no, dense rye bread. I was talking about rye bread. Jeez. And dense rye bread is good. It's like the you got to get the good German rye bread though. None of that fake stuff that's trying to be like says it's rye bread, but it's actually just white bread with like traces of rye flour in it. It's not the same. Bread guy too, but Molson beer is always good. You know what? I don't really eat a whole lot of bread. because it does not make me feel very good. Yeah, I think I'm making a lot of people hungry because I just dropped like 12 people. 12 people just dropped out. They're probably all going to get snacks. My grandpa spoke German, Dutch, Indonesian, French, and English, but he never taught me any language. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with my grandparents growing up. Not enough to learn language is from any of them. I tried Duolingo for German a little bit, and then I realized, and then I just started to think like I have no reason to know German, and maybe that's not a good attitude to have or whatever, but I stopped doing that. Okay, out. Jeff is out. Yeah, I've heard the Sportsters are like the worst to kick. Two weeks and 3 days. I don't know what you're all talking about. Hello, Julio. 2 weeks and 3 days without eating bread or without drinking beer. Oh. Yeah, I'm just scrolling back and looking at comments, guys. Check into the Bridgestone motorcycle. I will try to remember that. It's good to keep your mind turning with useless knowledge. I do not like to waste too much mind space. Speak Harley only language we need. Yes. Pig Latin. How many bikes do I have? Okay, bye, slow rolling. Yeah, I've got 2 Harleys that I ride. I've got 3 Sportster, well, 2 Sportster projects, and then a Sportster engine. I've got a TY. Technically, I have 2 TY 250s, but one of them, I'm planning on getting 1 bike out of the 2 of them. And then I've got an XT 250, little Yamaha. So how many do you, yeah. So I've got a few bikes. And then I've got my sister's 2 bikes are in the garage here. They're just here, Lacey's bikes. And then, yeah. So there's quite a number of bikes. Okay, Bruce, have a good night. Yeah, guys, I'm going to get off of here too, because I need to go eat snacks. It's getting dark out. My phone is getting hot. It's actually not too hot right now, but that doesn't matter. I think a bunch of people left to go get snacks, and now they're coming back. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But thank you everybody for being here, and thanks for the super chats, guys. I'm gonna try to make like weekend lives. You know what? I shouldn't say it, but nobody hold me to it. I'm gonna try to make weekend lives a regular thing, but I also do go out and do stuff with my family on the weekends too. So we'll see. When it happens, it happens. But if I can make Sunday nights a semi-regular thing, then I will do that. So good night, everybody, for being here. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. And let's all go get some snacks and then go to bed. Sounds like, or do whatever you want to do. But definitely go get snacks. Sounds like a good idea. And I will see you all in the next one. Okay, good night, guys. Peace.